Have you ever wondered why certain patterns and shapes seem to appear repeatedly in nature, art, and architecture throughout history? This is no mere coincidence, but a manifestation of a profound concept known as sacred geometry. This ancient science and philosophical discipline explores the mathematical principles and patterns that shape our world. From the spirals seen in galaxies and weather patterns to the symmetry in flowers and snowflakes, sacred geometry is a testament to the harmonious and interconnected nature of the universe. But it's not just in nature where these patterns are found. They appear in art, music, and architecture, often as symbols of unity and interconnectedness. Temples, pyramids, cathedrals, and even modern buildings bear testament to this timeless wisdom. Sacred geometry is not just about understanding the world around us, but also about appreciating the beauty and intricacy of creation itself. In this video, we will delve into the fascinating world of sacred geometry, exploring its principles and significance. Sacred geometry is often referred to as the language of the universe, but why is this so? Let's delve deeper into this fascinating concept. Imagine the universe as an eloquent poet, expressing its essence through a language not of words, but of shapes, patterns, and proportions. This is the realm of sacred geometry. It's not just about intricate patterns or beautiful shapes, but it's a system of understanding that speaks to the very structure of existence. Sacred geometry is seen as a universal language, a lexicon of symbols and patterns that echo throughout the cosmos. From the spiraling galaxies far beyond our reach to the DNA spirals within our cells, these patterns are a testament to the interconnectedness of all things. It's as if the universe is writing its own autobiography, and it's using the language of sacred geometry to do so. But it's not just about recognizing these patterns. Sacred geometry is believed to be a blueprint of creation, a sort of universal DNA. Just as our DNA carries the instructions for all our physical traits, the DNA of the universe carries the blueprint for all of creation. It's a cosmic code, if you will, that we find embedded in the world around us and within us. The beauty of this language is that it transcends cultural and temporal boundaries. It doesn't matter if you're in ancient Egypt or modern New York, the language of sacred geometry remains the same. It is timeless, universal, and profoundly interconnected. Understanding this language is like learning to read the universe's diary. It's about comprehending the fundamental patterns and processes that underpin our reality. It's about seeing the cosmos not as a random collection of objects, but as a grand symphony of shapes and patterns, all singing the same universal song. This is the grandeur of sacred geometry. It's the key to deciphering the cosmic messages that the universe whispers in the language of shapes and proportions. The universe communicates through patterns and proportions, and sacred geometry is the key to deciphering these cosmic messages. So let's turn the key and unlock the universe's secrets. To comprehend sacred geometry, it is crucial to understand its basic principles. Let's start with the golden ratio, often denoted by the Greek letter phi. This mathematical principle is approximately 1.618 and is found when a line is divided into two parts in such a way that the whole length divided by the longer portion is also equal to the longer portion divided by the shorter one. Fascinating, isn't it? But what's even more intriguing is how this ratio is not just a mathematical curiosity, but a universal constant visible in the spiral of a galaxy, the proportions of the human body, and even the shape of an ancient Greek temple. Next is the Fibonacci sequence. This sequence is the series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding ones, starting from 0 and 1. It links directly to the golden ratio, as the ratio of two consecutive Fibonacci numbers tends to phi as the numbers get bigger. This sequence is prevalent in nature, from the number of petals on a flower to the spirals on a pineapple or a pine cone. Finally, we have the 5 Platonic solids. These are the tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, dodecahedron, and icosahedron. They are unique because all their faces, vertices, and angles are congruent. Plato associated each of these solids with a classical element: fire, earth, air, the universe, and water, respectively. These shapes are found in the molecular patterns of crystals and the larger cosmic shapes of planets and galaxies. These principles, the golden ratio, the Fibonacci sequence, and the Platonic solids, are not mere mathematical concepts. They are the language of the universe, found in the smallest particles and the vast expanses of space. They are the blueprint of life and the universe itself, found in the patterns of nature and the structures of human creations. These principles are the cornerstones of sacred geometry, a mirror of the universe within its smallest particles and its vast expanses. Nature is a masterful artist, and its canvas is filled with sacred geometry. Delve into the natural world, and you'll find a treasure trove of geometric patterns that are anything but random. These patterns, these sacred shapes, are the building blocks nature uses to create the world around us. Take, for instance, the nautilus shell. This marine marvel grows its home in a logarithmic spiral, each chamber a perfect, proportional expansion of the last. This spiral isn't just beautiful, it's efficient. It allows the nautilus to grow without changing its shape, maintaining a consistent center of gravity. It's a testament to the elegance of nature's design, an example of the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio at work in the living world. Then there's the humble honeybee. In the heart of the hive, worker bees construct a complex of hexagonal cells. The hexagon is one of the most efficient shapes in nature, allowing bees to maximize storage space while minimizing the wax needed for construction. This pattern, this sacred geometry, is a testament to the honeybee's instinctual understanding of the principles of efficiency and conservation. And let's not forget the transient beauty of snowflakes, each one a unique masterpiece of symmetry and design. The patterns found in these frozen crystals are another example of sacred geometry at play. Despite their fleeting existence, snowflakes follow the laws of crystallography, each one a six-sided marvel of intricate design, showcasing the artistry hidden in the heart of winter. From the spirals of galaxies far beyond our reach to the petals of the flowers blooming in our backyards, sacred geometry is woven into the very fabric of nature. It's a language that transcends species and ecosystems, a universal blueprint that guides the growth and development of life in all its diverse forms. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, employs the principles of sacred geometry in its most beautiful creations. And as we explore these natural wonders, we're reminded of the profound interconnectedness of all things. A cosmic dance choreographed by the timeless rhythms of sacred geometry. Not limited to nature, sacred geometry also finds its way into human creations. This is a truth as old as human civilization itself, and it's fascinating to see how this universal language permeates our own constructs. Take, for example, the pyramids of Egypt, one of the oldest and most enduring examples of sacred geometry in human-made structures. These magnificent edifices, built thousands of years ago, incorporate the principle of the golden ratio. The ratio between the height and half the base of the Great Pyramid is approximately 1.618, a number that is fundamental in sacred geometry. Let's travel forward in time and space to ancient Greece, where the Parthenon stands as a testament to the Greeks' understanding of sacred geometry. The golden ratio is again at play here, dictating the relationships between the columns' height and diameter, the spacing between the columns, and the dimensions of the structure itself. But sacred geometry isn't confined to the ancient world, it's alive and well in modern architecture. The United Nations headquarters in New York, for instance, is a beautiful example of the use of the golden rectangle, a shape based on the golden ratio. The main building's height and width adhere to this ratio, giving the structure a pleasing aesthetic balance. Yet it's not just architecture that's been touched by sacred geometry. It's found its way into art and music, too. The works of artists like Salvador Dali and musicians such as Mozart and Beethoven are replete with references to sacred geometry. In Dali's The Sacrament of the Last Supper, the entire painting is enclosed in a dodecahedron, a 12-faced geometric shape considered sacred. Mozart and Beethoven, on the other hand, used the Fibonacci sequence, another aspect of sacred geometry, to structure their music. Whether consciously or not, humanity has been using the language of sacred geometry in its creations for millennia. These patterns, ratios, and sequences speak a language that transcends time and culture, resonating deeply within us, and connecting us to the cosmos in a profound and beautiful way. So what does all of this mean? Why should we care about sacred geometry? Well, it's more than just mesmerizing patterns and intriguing mathematical principles. Sacred geometry is a spiritual roadmap, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of the universe and our place within it. It's the divine language of existence, the cosmic blueprint that shapes our reality. From the spirals of galaxies to the patterns in a sunflower, sacred geometry is weaved into the fabric of nature. It's in the architecture of our DNA, the structure of crystals, and the designs of human creations. This universal language reveals the interconnectedness of all things, showing us that everything is a part of a larger, harmonious whole. On a practical level, understanding sacred geometry can enhance our creativity, improve our problem-solving abilities, and even contribute to technological advancements. In the grand scheme of existence, sacred geometry offers us a glimpse into the mind of the universe, a glimpse that can lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and everything around us.